These are the 10 household items I officially stopped buying in 2026, and the decision saved me over $2,000 in a single year. We often think that saving money requires radical sacrifice or living with bare walls, but the answer is usually hidden in our trash cans. By analyzing what I threw away and what I constantly repurchased, I found that my home was filled with products that were draining my bank account and cluttering my space. This isn't about becoming a monk. It is about recognizing that many must-have home items are actually just clever marketing. From cleaning supplies to wardrobe habits, here is what I cut out and why you won't miss them either. Coming in at number 10 are paper towels. It sounds like a small expense, but the average family spends hundreds of dollars a year on these disposable conveniences, and prices for paper products are projected to climb another 1.2% in 2026. I realized I was literally paying for trash. The swap was incredibly simple. I bought a pack of microfiber cloths and cut up old cotton t-shirts for the messy jobs. Now I keep a basket of clean rags under the sink and a small bin for the dirty ones. Not only do they clean surfaces better without leaving lint behind, but I also never have that panic of running out. It is a one-time purchase that pays for itself in 2 months, and you greatly reduce the amount of waste leaving your home every week. Number 9 is the cabinet full of specialized cleaners. You know the ones. A separate bottle for the counter, the stove, the glass, the floor, and the sink. In 2026, the cost of these chemical cocktails has risen over 50% since the late 90s, with the average household spending nearly $680 annually on supplies. I stopped playing this game. I replaced virtually all of them with three things: white vinegar, baking soda, and a simple dish soap. For disinfection, I use hydrogen peroxide, and that is it. These ingredients cost pennies compared to the $6 bottles at the store, and they don't fill your home with synthetic fumes. My house is just as clean, my cabinet is organized, and I've stopped funding the marketing departments of major chemical companies. For number 8, we need to talk about fabric softeners and dryer sheets. I used to think these were mandatory for laundry, but they are actually damaging both your clothes and your health. Most softeners work by coating your fabrics in a thin layer of wax and chemicals, which makes towels less absorbent and locks in bad odors over time. Worse, many contain ingredients rated D or F by environmental watchdogs due to respiratory risks. I switched to wool dryer balls. They bounce around to fluff the laundry, reduce static naturally, and last for years. If I want a scent, I add a drop of essential oil to the ball. You stop coating your skin in chemicals, your towels actually dry you again, and your washing machine stays cleaner without that waxy buildup clogging the sensors. Number 7 is the biggest financial offender on this list: bottled water. In 2026, Americans are paying an average of $1.22 per gallon for bottled water, while tap water costs a fraction of a penny. That is a markup of over 2,000%. Beyond the money, recent studies found up to 240,000 plastic particles in a single liter of bottled water. I realized I was paying a premium to drink microplastics. I bought a high-quality under-sink filter instead. It cost about the same as 3 months of bottled water, but has lasted for years. The water tastes better, I'm not hauling heavy cases from the grocery store, and I'm not contributing to the mountain of plastic waste that takes 450 years to decompose. It is the single easiest switch to save over $1,000 a year. At number 6, I stopped buying fast fashion micro-trends. We have all done it. Bought a cheap top because it was trendy that month, only to have it fall apart after 3 washes. The statistics are horrifying, and 85% of textiles end up in landfills, and the average garment is worn 36% less today than it was 15 years ago. I decided to opt out of the churn. Now I follow a simple rule. If I don't see myself wearing it 30 times, I don't buy it. I focus on natural fibers like cotton and linen that breathe and last. My closet is smaller now, but every single item fits perfectly and looks good. You save money by buying one quality shirt that lasts 5 years instead of 10 cheap ones that last 5 weeks. Number 5 is cheap seasonal decor. I used to wander the aisles of big box stores and fill my cart with mass-produced pumpkins, plastic shamrocks, or summer-themed signs. But once the holiday passed, these items just became burdens. They required storage bins, organization, and space I didn't have. When I pulled them out the next year, they often looked tacky or broken. I stopped buying this filler entirely. Now I decorate with natural, consumable items. A bowl of fresh pine cones in winter, fresh flowers in spring, or real pumpkins in autumn. When the season ends, they go into the compost, not a plastic bin in the attic. My home feels timeless rather than cluttered with cheap plastic that serves no purpose for 11 months of the year. Coming in at number 4 are unitasker kitchen gadgets. The strawberry slicer, the avocado keeper, the garlic press that is impossible to clean. These items are sold on the promise of saving time, but they usually just jam your drawers and take longer to wash than a knife. I cleared out my kitchen and realized that a good chef's knife and a solid cutting board can do the job of 20 different gadgets. Cooking became more enjoyable because I wasn't fighting through a junk drawer to find a tool I use once a year. By refusing to buy these gimmicks, I saved counter space and money. If a tool doesn't have at least 3 different uses, it doesn't earn a spot in my kitchen. Number 3 is plastic sandwich bags and cling wrap. This was another recurring cost that seemed unavoidable, until I looked at the alternatives. I was buying box after box, using a bag for 2 hours and throwing it away. I switched to a set of glass food storage containers and beeswax wraps. The glass containers are durable, don't stain like plastic Tupperware, and can go straight into the oven or microwave without leaching chemicals into my food. For sandwiches and snacks, silicone bags or beeswax wraps work perfectly and wash easily. I haven't bought a roll of plastic wrap in 3 years. It is a small change that eliminates a constant line item from your grocery budget and keeps thousands of pieces of plastic out of the ocean. Number 2 is artificial air fresheners and cheap scented candles. We are conditioned to think our homes need to smell like ocean breeze or vanilla cookie to be clean. But these products often mask odors by coating your nasal passages with oil or releasing volatile organic compounds into your air. I realized I was paying money to lower my indoor air quality. I stopped buying them completely. If I want my house to smell good, I simmer a pot of water with cinnamon sticks and orange peels on the stove, or I just open a window. Real clean air has no smell at all. Removing these artificial scents eliminated a major source of headaches and saved me about $50 a year. If you are finding these swaps helpful, take a quick second to hit the subscribe button. I share practical ways to simplify your life and save money every single week, and I'd love to have you join us. The number one thing I stopped buying is the just-in-case duplicate. This is the extra set of bed sheets for a guest bed that gets used once a year, the bulk pack of toothbrushes, or the backup phone charger. This hoarding behavior is driven by a scarcity mindset, which is the fear that we might need it someday and won't have it. These items just degrade in the back of a closet. I adopted a replace, don't stockpile mentality. I don't buy a new bottle of shampoo until the current one is truly empty. I don't keep backup clutter for hypothetical scenarios. This shift calmed my anxiety more than having the items ever did. Trust that you can get what you need when you actually need it, rather than turning your home into a warehouse. Stopping these purchases wasn't about depriving myself. It was about curating a life that feels lighter and functions better. When you stop bringing clutter into your home, you stop spending your weekends managing it, cleaning it, and organizing it. You get your time back, and your bank account thanks you in the process. Start with just one of these categories this week and see how it feels. If you want to see more about how I organized the things I actually kept, check out this video right here. And thanks for watching.